Robles on the right, Lou there on the left. One reigning Olympic champion, the other a former Olympic champion. There is the corridor made by those 10 flights of hurdles, each in the old money 3'6" tall. It is the World Championship 110-meter hurdles final.
Set.
Let's see who is the first to rise. Robles straight out of the blocks. Robles has got half a metre. And look at Oliver, he hit that one incredibly hard. Richardson is coming through. He's now the major threat along with Lu Zhang. Lu Zhang and Robles. Lu Zhang tripped at that one. Robles is the champion. Richardson gets silver. Lu is the bronze medalist. Dairon Robles. Well, I heard him described as the forgotten man of hurdling just a few weeks ago. Well, it was a pretty rough ride, but the man in the end who was the smoothest turns out to be the champion. Jason Richardson looks really disappointed, doesn't he? But he has gone away with a medal. But there he is, 13.14 into a headwind. And Robles is realising he is a champion again. The first time he's won the outdoor world title. And I tell you what, after the last couple of years, it makes all the hard work worth it.
Boy, what an eventful race. One thing happening after another. True to form, poor old David Oliver had a nightmare, didn't he? Jason Richardson there, I think, fighting back the tears. He takes silver in 13.16 to Robles' winning time of 13.14 into a -1.1 wind. It wasn't about quick times, it was about competition, and there were some wonderful clashes there. I hope there wasn't a clash that affected Lu Zhang, because I thought he was coming through so strongly, and at the final barrier, it almost like he'd hit an invisible wall. I think he cleared the barrier. Andy Turner finishes in 4th place, 13.44, some way shy of Lu Zhang's bronze medal time, 13.27. But nonetheless, brilliant running from Andy Turner, the European champion, 4th, so near yet so far in this World Championship final. David Oliver came through to 5th, redeemed himself a little bit, although it's nothing like a shadow of the David Oliver we saw last year, again and again, breaking 13 seconds. Look at Oliver, 4th and right, dreadful start he's got. But in contrast, and it really was accentuated by the brilliant start from Robles. Here comes Lu Zhang though, now watch this, there's a clash of hands. It's not ideal. I'm not sure there wasn't a clash of hands there. Lu Zhang virtually stopped there. It was like time was frozen for him as the other two took a metre out of him on that final barrier. Was that just from hitting the last barrier, Martin?
I think he turned across at Robles here, and I think there must have been a clash of arms at some point. There's a change in the arm action, isn't there? Yes, without a doubt. We'll have to see the head-on shot. It's almost as if at some point they linked arms. This might tell us a bit more. The head-on shot is the one we need. I reckon, there you go.
Oh, my word. That is tough.
They almost lock arms here. There, look at that. He caught him, didn't he?
Twice, look. Oh, that is disastrous for a sprint hurdler. You know better than me, Martin, but somebody does that to you when you're out in a steady run, just taps your elbow. It really upsets your rhythm, never mind about sprinting at that speed and trying to get over the barriers too. I don't know how Lu Zhang kept it together as well as he did.
It does make you wonder whether there may be some repercussions here. It really does. It's quite natural when athletes are running in adjacent lanes against one another to move towards one another. So in that respect, it's difficult to blame one man more than the other. But you do wonder whether there may be some scrutiny here of the pictures. Difficult to see what you can do, really, isn't it? But,
well, as long as neither of them was too far out of their zone, so to speak, of course that you can move to the side of your lane and your limbs are entitled to be over the white line as they're in mid-air. But if there was a really serious movement into the other athlete's space, so to speak, then you might be right, Martin. I don't think so. I think it's one of the elements of this event, isn't it? The rough and tumble of sprint hurdling is that there will be clashes during the race. It's tough, but I think if Lu Zhang were to complain, unless we can see something really awry with the way Robles is positioned, I think it would be a bit like an 800-metre runner complaining that there's been a bit of contact in the first 200.
Let's take a look and see if they do move together. It would be quite natural. See, look, Lu Zhang is actually quite well over to the left of the lane, isn't he? But he caught him twice, didn't he? Caught him twice, no doubt about that. But just look there at this picture, just how close to Robles Lane Lou is. So I would have thought the official should look at that, and he's staring him down, there's no doubt about that, but he's brought that on himself a bit as Lou, because he's moved right over to the edge of the lane.
It's just one of those consequences of a very, very tough competitive race, Martin. They're alongside each other, arms flailing as is necessary in that discipline to keep your balance and get the technique right. And I don't think it's Robles' fault. I don't think it's Lu Zhang's fault. It's just really, really unfortunate. I'll tell you what, if you watch Robles, he was actually quite badly affected by the first clash, and he had to battle to keep his form and his movement patterns right. So it affected Robles as well, but it affected